So today guys, I am going to be talking to you about why everyone is coming back to ARK Survival Evolved this month. Now I know lots of people are going to be thinking, yes obviously Genesis is coming out, but there's lots more to it, and I really wanted to make this video because there's still so many people in the comments that say, Dom, I love the videos, I love supporting them and stuff, but I'm just not playing ARK at the moment, and should I come back or something like that, and that is what today's video is going to be for. Now, I did take like a week break off YouTube, and I needed it because I was focusing on other things. A lot is going on with life, and obviously I have never taken a week break off YouTube in 3 years. I think it's longer than that, like nearly 4 years. I've never taken a week break off of it, and I was just like, you know what, I need this to take time off, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it at the end of the video because I know people like me getting straight on with the video, even though I've already taken so long. Anyway, we're going to be getting into this. Smash that like button. Let's try and go for over 600 likes on today's video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let's get into this. So obviously, many of you, I'm going to be talking about Genesis afterwards, but many of you know meshing has been a massive problem in ARK Survival Evolved for a very long time. Lots of people get frustrated about it. People are saying, I'm never playing this game again, because you can build up hours and hours and hours, days, months, probably a year for someone, you know, of just so much hard work in ARK, you know, just so much effort, and then it could all be gone just because someone decides to undermesh and obviously destroy everything and just completely cheat. This has been going on for years and years in ARK Survival Evolved. Now, if you didn't see the last community crunch and the last sort of mention that they put up a post on their website, Wildcard talked about this new tool that they have been working on for over 6 months. This new tool was something to stop undermeshing. You know, people were saying, why don't you put a kill floor in? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And the old team at Wildcard, if you guys didn't know, about a year ago now, might be a little bit less than a year, Wildcard changed so many people. Loads of people left, loads of people joined, and it was just a bit crazy. This new team came in, and they have started to give back to what people have always wanted from the beginning that we were said we can't have. Meshing was said that, you know, they put up a massive statement explaining the reasons why meshing could never be fixed. And when the change came, you know, of the team came along, all of a sudden it's happening. There is going to, basically, I'm going to describe what's happening with meshing if you don't know already. When someone tries to go into the mesh, they'll get teleported to their last location. When someone tries to do it again, they actually end up having something that kills them, and then their items will stay in the under mesh. You may say, obviously they could just try and go back and get it, but after that, it will just constantly be like a kill wall for them, and that is something that we have asked for a long time. Many of the people in ARK Survival, like the devs and stuff, have said that the old devs have said we can't put a kill floor in because sometimes some people can slip through the mesh by accident in the game and that kill floor could destroy them. But something that Wildcard, and obviously some dinos do that as well, and you could lose some tames. But what they've done is they've brought in this new mesh detection system which manages to do it in a way or based on a player. So this is some really fantastic news. Wildcard give that person a chance to actually, you know, say, you know, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done it. And then obviously they get teleported back. And if they just like, you know what, I'm going to try this again, they lose all their stuff and they're not going to be able to get that again. So there is going to be no physical way in the future that people are going to be able to do it. I know it still happens and I know it's a problem within the game, but it's fantastic news to hear they're really knuckling down on this. Another thing, obviously, you know, that Wildcard are doing is sorting out other exploits in the game. There's been lots of duplication things this year. This year especially, well, I mean, 2019, I still forget it's 2020. This year especially, it's been crazy for exploit. What did I say this year again? 2019. Get yourself sorted, Dom. It has been massive for, you know, exploits and stuff. The duplicating has been incredible. And again, that's something that Wildcard are fixing to sort. I can't even speak, guys. But yeah, so you guys understand what I'm talking about. The only thing the community are saying right now is please wipe the servers. Once the exploits are completely gone, wipe the servers, refresh from the beginning, and see what happens. There's still, in my opinion, quite a big percentage of people that say they don't want things wiped because then they're going to lose everything. But in a way, it would be, in my opinion, a potentially good thing. But you do have to think, there are people that like play ARK massively, and they spend hours and hours, and all of that being gone because of something Wildcard had a problem with their game is quite upsetting. Now, an only thing that I could try and think of is people are talking about ARK 2 quite a lot now. And I know obviously it's probably not the best time to talk about ARK 2 because we've still got two new DLCs, one coming out this month at the end of the month, and then one coming out at the end of next month. But, I mean, what Wildcard, ARK 2 could be the time, fresh servers, fix meshing, fix all the exploits, and then begin from there. What do you guys think about that? Let me know. But obviously, I've kind of gone off the rail from the type of video that I want this to be, because this was talking about this month. And this month, going back on track, the meshing is going, the first few updates have gone live. That is starting to cut out. Other exploits are starting to cut out. And obviously, what I mentioned is Genesis is coming out on the 25th of February. The one thing Wildcard have, this is why you can get excited, have said to us, is when they say the date, because they were just saying December, then late January, and they said they're not going to say an official date, because if they don't, they want to change their ways, and basically this time round, they want to make it so when they actually say the date, they hit that exact day, because obviously people in the past have booked days off work, have not gone into something, and just to play something, and then it gets delayed, and it's the most heartbreaking thing, it really, really is. So, Genesis 25th of February, I'm saying they're 100% going to release it. I know that's a crazy statement to make because it is Wildcard, but I'm trusting the new team, and I know I get so much hate in the comments for trusting the team too much. People say, oh, I'm always so nice to the developers, and it's just because I'm a YouTuber. It's not that. It's generally that this is a good new team, and you have to appreciate how hard it is for a company to make a game as a small company, and then once they make that game, they don't realize how much of a good game they've created, and it blows up, and all of a sudden they've got millions of players, and they're having to deal with all these problems as a small studio, and it's all about learning. That's the thing in life. I've made mistakes on YouTube, and you learn from them. Game development, I don't know a lot about it, but I do know it takes years and years and years of practice. And if you make a game and it explodes, and there's so many players, it's a little bit different from testing a studio with 10 people to testing it out with millions of people playing it. There's always going to be things found out. So Genesis 25th, we've got new dinos, we've got new creatures, we've got a whole new different biomes, a water biome, we've got a whole new storyline, like a mission based thing that you can get involved with. I'm not sure how they're going to work it. They may work it similar to how Sea of Thieves have done story based things, but still leaving it open world. It's really something to look forward to. New items. It's going to really be a whole new experience to ARK, and that is why everyone is coming back to the game this month. I know there may be some people in the comment section that may say, I'm not coming back to ARK, I'm never playing it again, but sometimes you've got to give the team the benefit of a doubt, and how far they've come over the year of taking over. They really have come so far. We got more content than we've ever had before when this team's come through. We've, all these massive fixes. Everything that wasn't happening is happening now. And that is why I do actually recommend people, if you're looking for a game, I know a lot of people say, I don't really know what to play at the moment. And I'm the type of person as well that plays a game for a little bit, gets bored, plays another game, gets bored, and there are obviously some games I can get onto, but I do get to that patch where I'm like, what can I play right now? I'm just not in the mood to play anything. And if you are looking to get into a game, you've got some mates, even if you haven't got any friends to play with, you can still jump back onto the single player and have something like that. But if you do have some friends, I recommend, I'm sure you have some, you know what I mean. I'm not saying if you don't have friends, on Xbox or PlayStation or Steam to play with, then I recommend hitting it back up and trying it again, because I really believe things are changing. But I would recommend waiting till Genesis comes out, because that's it's literally in like a few weeks time. But if you want a little bit of experimenting, you've got the Valentine's Day coming out, new weapon skins added in with that, then I do recommend you check that out. So that is the main part part of the video today, guys. I just kind of wanted to make this as a return video for myself and talk to you why it's positive to play ARK this month. And I thought it'd be a good video for many people who you want to get back into it, or there may be like some new subscribers that come and check it out because they've played ARK in the past and then stopped playing it because of the problems. But yeah, that is everything I wanted to talk about. And if anyone has obviously come who's waited to the end of the video to also hear about my reasonings for taking weeks off and stuff, basically I decided to take a week off because I am working on a very, very big project outside of YouTube. I'm going to be working on both of them as much as I possibly can. None of them is going to favourite over everyone because YouTube has opened me up to so many different possibilities I didn't even know, and it means so much to me. And I'm so grateful for where I am on this channel. So I'm always going to be putting my most effort into it. This project I've been working on for 2 years, and my life has changed so much in that 2 years. And to think that it's finally here now, I'm really going to be working hard on that as well. So I needed a week out. I needed to, give myself that time to focus on other things. Also, I ended up obviously breaking up with my girlfriend for quite a long time, so it's it's been a bit of a rocky few weeks. You just feel so down about everything, and social media doesn't help and everything. And obviously I get you get those comments on YouTube that put you down as well, and it's just like everything takes over. And having that new focus to not have to think of everything online was nice. And it was probably one of my best weeks I've had for a long time, in the sense of feeling free. And YouTube does make me feel like that, especially with Genesis coming out. I know by the time I get to Genesis, life is going to be different. It's going to be new because so much is changing. As I said, life is crazy when you break up with someone. Whether you've experienced that or not, you then move on to the next stage in your life and things like that. And it's so much stuff, and especially at the age I am, everything's changing and it's crazy. And I know that wasn't part of the video, but I think you guys deserve the reason to be because I know there are those people with those notifications turned on all the time, and not seeing that for a week, you're probably what is going on? So don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just working on just building myself up, trying to stay positive, working on everything. And yeah, and you know what, this is what I love about YouTube. Sometimes people hate on me for being able to talk, but I love to be able to talk to those guys that that love not just here for the content, but this is what I may do in the future a little bit more, is kind of get the content done. And then if there's anyone that wants to hear me ramble on about my life for a little bit, then you're more than welcome to, because sometimes getting those nice comments and getting all of that stuff really does actually help. And I appreciate everyone that sends a nice comment. To be honest, when there's a bad one, I don't even look at it, and when I do, sometimes I just laugh, but that's just it at the end of the day. So thank you very much for the support, guys, because you do mean more to me than you'd even imagine. Because yeah, we're not going to go on to that next stage, because I could probably talk for a good hour straight, and you guys have said in my channel before I love to ramble, and this is why I've said might get into streaming, but this has just gone completely unprofessional now, because it's not even a news video anymore, it's a life video. But thank you very much for watching, guys, and also smash that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys later.